Hi, my name is Harris and you're watching HM Law, the show where I break down difficult legal concepts and make them really easy to understand. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is telling you 5 reasons why you should study law. So reason number 1 is because having a law degree is required to become a lawyer. Now actually that's not entirely true. For example, down in England what you can do is you can do a normal 3-year degree, do your GDL, which is like a law conversion course, and then go on to become a solicitor after that. However, to be honest, it's probably much easier if your goal is to become a lawyer just to do the law degree, because you're going to be saving time and money, and so you can go straight into that route. Not only that, but the networking opportunities are much better if you're part of a law school than if you're part of a philosophy school or an economics school. The second reason why you should probably study law is because the degree itself is pretty versatile. Now I was always confused in law school as to what versatility actually meant in terms of your degree. I mean, you can't exactly take your law degree and become a doctor, right? However, I think I know now what versatility in a law degree actually means. It's this idea that you can take your law degree and apply it to a number of different professions, which incidentally pay quite well. And my personal view of versatility is, to be honest, that every degree is versatile in some way. Even art degrees or language degrees, which I guess historically don't pay very well. That's okay if you're going to become a translator or if you're going to become a lifelong artist. Yeah, maybe you won't get paid very well. But what if you use your art skills to become a graphic designer or a website designer? And what if you use your language degree to work for multinational corporations in multiple jurisdictions? And so versatility for me is anything that you make of it. But I think law is especially versatile because you can actually make the contacts and learn some relevant legal skills and knowledge to apply it to a vast majority of very lucrative, high-paying professions. And I'm talking about careers like investment banking, consulting, finance, regulation. And so in that regard, yes, law is pretty versatile. The third reason that you should study a law degree is because some of the subjects that you'll study in that degree are genuinely fascinating. Some of my most fulfilling moments in life really come from when I learn something and it totally changes my perspective about how I grew up. For example, when I learned about the difference between a nation and a state, and I actually made a video about it which I'll link to the description, or when I learned how important competition is in a business and in a country, or when I learned that the EU is actually primarily there to stop European countries from killing each other. And I think we kind of grow up in this reality that we don't really know what's going on in the world, and we kind of assume that everything's okay and that reality is how it is, but really there's a reason behind all of that, and a law degree can really open you up and really make you much more curious than you were before. Reason number 4 is because law is everywhere and it's quite a practical and useful degree in society. One of my biggest criticisms of uni is that it's probably not practical enough and it kind of focuses a little bit too much on theory. However, having said that, studying a law degree is going to give you a lot of knowledge on very, very practical aspects of society and day-to-day life. For example, how to create a contract, how to set up a business, how to navigate property legislation. These are all things that people pretty much, in a Western country at least, are going to have to understand and read articles on. And so you're better off just doing that early on in your life rather than later on. You're also going to become the guy who's going to be asked by friends and family about a legal issue. And actually, that feels kind of good. I feel kind of important when that happens. I wouldn't shy away from that if I were you. You probably won't know the answer to a specific legal question, but you can go and find out and then come back with an answer. And that's quite a satisfying feeling. The 5th and final reason why I think you should probably study a law degree is because it sounds pretty good. Now, I'm not saying that this should be your primary reason for studying a law degree, but I mean, let's be honest, it is for most people. It was for me. I mean, the status signaling alone is pretty good. And I think that's because a law degree has certain connotations behind it of being slick and being cool that maybe other degrees like tech don't have. I mean, personally, I love tech. I love the tech guys, but you don't really think of a guy in a suit being super mysterious when you think of a guy studying computer science. The correlation is false, obviously. There's plenty of losers in law school, but at least when they get to tell people that they're in law school, they'll feel a little bit less like a loser. And if you're in law school, be sure to check out my complete guide on how to navigate law school, gain the best marks, network effectively, and achieve all your goals.